I hope you all are doing well, and welcome to New Zealand in Call of War, and it's day 12. We'll just have an overview of the world from my perspective. Down here, we start from the left. Down here is South Africa, which is actually seeming to be holding back uh, Mexico, but they're not at war. I thought they were at war, which is weird. Oh, he's at war with no one. Weird. Anyway, then Saudi Arabia and my war here is not going well. The reason is there popped up a double Stuka attack bomber unit, which is very good at attacking tanks. And when I happily invaded Riyadh and realized that Dam was empty, there's nothing I can do. I can't go in here because this bomber would just bomb me to bits. So I have to stay away here, and I desperately sent over anti-air artillery, which is all I can do basically, because setting up airports and transferring fighters or build fighters would take forever. So I really got stopped cold in my tracks here, but I have set up an ordnance foundry in Hodeida here. I set up an artillery factory here in Riyadh, but I lost it. I couldn't hold it because he would have killed me. I think I'm building artillery anti-air in Doha as well. Anyway, that's a parenthesis. It doesn't really matter. It's a low intensity conflict. I have a beachhead. I have a foothold. It will take some time. Here is the first anti-air coming in. Guess I should send that here. Anyways, last night late, the sneaky Chinese landed in the capital Pakistan in Karachi from the sea side and took out their capital. And obviously he got the other shore town here. Now he does not seem to be advancing any further south here. And I was just like, oh, I thought maybe they were friends. I guess they're not friends. And since I was taking out Indochina, Pakistan was doing some rather... He just tried to cut me off and sent in units. And obviously during the night he refused my offer of... excuse me. Right of way. He did not want that. So we ended up at war. Well, okay, if that's what you want, I suppose we can be at war. I don't think it's really to your benefit, but that's how you want to play it. So now I have a bunch of his units. I think there's one in here as well in Laokai. So he just sent units into my... oh, okay, yeah. That's a guarantee to end up at war with the nation you're kind of like trying to outcompete. So he attacked me. That means I have to engage my Pacific Navy here and send what little forces I have. My main goal is to take Bombay, Madras, Balasore, and of course Chittagong. So I have the port facilities. That's 4 more ports that I don't want, actually, yeah, China to have. So I don't know where Pakistan's forces are, but I hope they're up here in the north, although he seems to have sent most of them into Indochina here. I actually managed to sneak past and are now grabbing territories way inside Asia. I'm hoping China will agree to let me trade Gartse and Chengdu, maybe, for something else. Maybe these 2 coastal posts, Karachi and Minglai, or potentially the Philippines. So that escalated quickly, as they say. I still have some islands to clear out here in the Pacific, but I'm mostly done with that. So yeah, New Zealand looking good. We are second behind South Mexico, but China is up there. Actually, UK, Northwest USA. Pakistan, well, had a lot of points, but they're gonna lose it all. I checked his forces. They are of a strange composition. They're not upgraded. They're low strength. Um, well, they're not that bad. They're level 2, but yeah. I, and he snagged Muscat here, and he didn't. I asked him, "Are you okay with Colombo? Should we have a peace deal?" He didn't answer me. I don't think he's been handling diplomacy very well, Pakistan. And now he's gonna get sandwiched between two of the largest powers in the world. Now China is my name as closest neighbor, and he's very powerful. I'm up against South Africa. I'm up against here against Libya. I have a bit of expansion to do in Middle East, potentially Japan, Korea. But then that it's it's a couple of days, but there will be a point where I cannot expand any further, and I'm very stretched out. I'm very happy about the propaganda office that increases morale. So it really doesn't matter if you have far-flung empires. And I also am thinking of moving my capital to a more central location. Actually, I know you should have them near your core provinces, but if I build propaganda offices down here first and then move my capital, I think this should stay at 100 morale anyways, and all my new territories over here will benefit from a closer capital. We'll see about that. It would have to be a very well fortified location. But what China did here, sending navies all the way around Malaya and India and sneak attacking him here, that was very thrifty, very cunning, very sneaky. I think you have to watch out for a player like that. And he's also using diplomacy with me. He's talking about, oh, are you with Mexico? So, are you a part of South Mexico's alliance? Yeah, I guess I am. I mean, we shared map. I haven't shared map with anyone else. But I was afraid he was gonna take his 500 troops and just walk into the Pacific, and now he hasn't. So, I mean, I'm not gonna invade Mexico with 500 troops. Obviously not. I'm not gonna touch North America ever. I'm just hoping I can keep my islands. So we'll see. Yeah. Um, let's examine my resource production. I can see now that I'm doing from 1300 in the lows to 40 up to 1600, 1500 in the highs, 8k money. I said in my other Goyas video, the other campaign I'm doing, kind of on the offhand, that maybe a good estimate would be to take your day number, which is 12, and multiply it with 100. And if you have, say, 1200 production, you have made a decent progress on a world and a 100-player world map like this one. Now I don't know, because I am above that, but I certainly have. Early on, I was able to build a lot of industries as New Zealand because it wasn't. But then I had to make a huge naval build-up to kind of prepare for a fight with Philippines, which didn't turn out to be that hard after all. But anyways, I kind of lost up on my industry production. Goods are a bit cheap, food is a bit cheap, iron is very expensive. Fuel and yeah, resources aren't that expensive in this campaign. It's only iron, so maybe well, it's a huge difference between sell and buy. But anyways, my lows are iron and rares, which is because I'm now trying to catch up in also in this campaign with certain techs reaching level 4 and 5. Let me show you what if I were to build it takes 3 days to build aircraft. The modern fighters, level 5 fighters. That's too long. Soon it will be day 14 and you will go level 6. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm kind of considering doing attack bombers, like dive bombers, they're probably supposed to be called, on level 1 and build a lot of them and then upgrade them. I still haven't done that Excel sheet that tells me. Basically, I think you save time by building low level units, and then if you want to upgrade them later on, you pay a price in resources. But at the moment now, they balanced it well, because I'm somewhere between I don't have any resources. On the other hand, 3 days to build a unit is too long, so I need factories to build units faster. But I checked the newspaper, which has some information about the world's mightiest armies. Mexico still controls 25%. Me and China are at 8%. So we have a fourth of Mexico's armies. Well, that is not quite correct, because I actually have 164 units. Is that a fourth of 500? Yeah, but it depends on how you count. My navy, I think, is still quite strong. Well, maybe not compared to his huge. Let's see how many battleships I can. Okay, 16 battleships. That is just crazy. How many carriers? 6 carriers, and they're upgraded now. Jesus. Yeah. He has his navy. I'm sorry, his navy is stronger than mine. It's all over the place in upgrade costs, though. But he has a huge navy, obviously. So I was gonna say, oh, at least mine is, at least it's modern. Yeah, maybe it's a tech step up. So I guess Mexico's navy is the strongest in the world. Not that he really needs it, I think. But I'm not gonna worry about that until I see him severe diplomatical contact and start sending units over here. I'm definitely strong enough to fight China on the seas. Although he now got 2 more ports to build naval forces in. Enough ranting about how weak I am land forces wise. I only, I'm outnumbered. All I'm depending on is my navy and the coastal shore bombardment they give me. So we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of things going on in this campaign. It's even though I'm not on a really major war, taking out Pakistan I think will be a cakewalk with China. So it is kind of fun and exciting, and I find myself thinking about, ooh, what's I'm gonna do in a couple of hours, what's I'm gonna do in a couple of days. So I think Call of War has become a lot better. Unfortunately, I haven't limited the gold spamming, so but it's fun. I'm having fun in this game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the thing, follow and subscribe, etc. I hope you're being safe out there. We are having a rampaging COVID epidemic where I live, so I'm being very careful and staying at home and not going out if I can avoid it. So take care of yourselves out there, boys and girls, and hope you like what I'm putting together here, and feel free to let me know in the comments if you have any questions, suggestions or information. I'd be happy to hear from you. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.